Okay, let me just start by saying I love this game. I really do. But before I get ahead of this game, let's do the basics. It's free, it's ad-based, and it has no dodgy permissions. The ads don't get in the way too much. They come up every kind of 2 or 3 levels. They're not too disruptive. The game's not really that fast-paced, so, it doesn't really slow down the gameplay. You just sit through it. Typical for this sort of game, you unlock screens of levels based on how high your score is in each level. Go back to some earlier levels here. I can show you some better demonstrations of how they work on. Towards the end, the usual, you need to be perfect on all the previous levels. Alternatively, you can pay to unlock the levels. Great! For me, that is the best time to move on to a new game. Basically, as you can see, it's a puzzle game. You try and achieve a goal, like get the ball to a certain point, or on later levels, turn over a cup. And what you've got to do is just try and draw shapes and get them to drop or fall or whatever, to achieve your goal. There you have it. It's a bit like Green Lantern. Your solutions are only limited by your artistry skills and your imagination. Personally, as you can see, my approach is to draw a very big, heavy thing and drop it. And this actually gets you through the majority of the levels. Levels are all scored based on 3 factors. Whether you complete it, you get a star. You get a star for doing it in the set time. And then finally, you get a star for how many shapes you drew it in. So this guy gave me a target of 1. I did it in 1. I get 3 stars for completing it. Then you get a certain number of stars, and you get to unlock the next screen worth of levels. To stop the game feeling too repetitive, I've gone through over 100 levels here. The rules and the physics of the game actually change as you go through. So, in some of them, the floor has disappeared. Some of your constructs become bouncy, like these ones. Just things like that, just to make it a bit different. So, there you are. It's a good game to kill a bit of time. It's mentally challenging, more so than some others. And it keeps itself fresh. Stops you getting too bored from it, which is always a plus. Good solid mobile game. And in terms of adverts, it's pretty much as good as you're going to get on a free game. I'm going to give this 4.5 stars.